Howdy fucking doody! Hi, how's your day going? Well, I hope. Hopefully it's going fine. Well, welcome to Dan Laughing. Oh man, I am Crude the Corpse, and before anything, because this is also going to be on YouTube, the bastards, the music in the background does not belong to me. It does not belong to Dan Laughing. It is music by DEVILDRIVER. It's just a playlist. I said fuck it. I've been on a DEVILDRIVER kick recently. Just for some reason, I've been on a DEVILDRIVER kick. Love the fucking music. So, you like it? Check it out. You don't like it? What the fuck's your problem? That rolled off my tongue pretty fucking smoothly. So, other than that, quick shout outs. Bruce Art 13, Thalo Halo. All you wonderful fucking people. Elena Black. Go check out her stuff. She's actually a good supporter of the show. She was a guest. Go watch the episode. Really lovely person. Other than that, go check out all the other guests we've actually had on our show. Very talented motherfuckers. Every single one of them. Very talented people. Recent to old, go check them all out. Including 500 Black, underlined. Yeah. Talking about him. Talking about you. Underlined. Talking about you. Dude with a Sub-Zero look. Fucking awesome. Go check that out. That was pretty fun too. Other than that, let's see, what the fuck else? Our guest for today is Mark Nosler, our returning guest. Actually, hopefully you like the lighting. I've been fucking around with the lighting. Hopefully you like it. I look like I'm fucking Two-Face going on right here. Do you like it? You like the Two-Face vibe? Because it made me think of the cartoon right now. Thinking, oh, it looks good, but then I get a good view and I'm like, oh shit, it looks like I'm Harvey Dent all of a fucking sudden. Well, I just dropped my pen. Fuck that pen. Hey, there he is. If you haven't seen his work, if you haven't seen Mark Nosler's work, I was going to get to that, and then he just popped up. If you haven't seen his work, go check it out. I mean, Dawn of the Masks, I wish I had money for that, honestly, because it looks awesome. It looks fucking sick, and he does base them off every single one that he has. It's based off of the people, the commissions, and everything, and he puts pictures. He does all that shit. So go check them all out. Just wait until after the show, but go check them all out. Support the fucking guy. Fucking awesome. Now let's get him in here. Wait. I don't know where that pen fell. Howdy, fucking dude.
What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
Doing great, man. How are you?
I'm doing alright. I think it's the first time I've seen you without your mask.
Oh, I know. My dead face is at my studio right now, so I'm in human mode.
Fucking 223, patient 223. That's a sick mask.
Thank you.
So,
hey,
how you been? You look well.
Thank you. Do I?
Yeah, you look well.
Thank you.
The lighting and everything really makes you blush.
Oh man, I appreciate that. You know, last minute lighting setup here. It came out pretty killer. We got the ring light going on. You can see it. Yeah,
that was a happy accident. So far, people seem to enjoy that. Like, it looks like my eyes are moving around.
Yeah. It's got like the Corey Taylor kind of little things going on.
Really, it's just glasses. I mean, you already know. We've discussed it before, I believe, on the past episodes, that I got a thing wrong with my eyes. So direct light into my eyes fucked me up.
He's a vampire.
Partially. I would like to think so.
Where's the homie?
Dreads. I'm just gonna put it out there. Dreads just quit.
Yeah.
Well, it just I'm just gonna say it. I kind of had to put the ultimatum out there. It's kind of hard to continue when one half is like not responding.
Mm-hmm.
They see the message or they ignore the messages,
Yeah.
and it's like, how can we push forward if if I'm not getting any feedback.
It's
So I had
like a band. Yeah.
basically, business is business, and when it comes down to this, it is business. Like I said, I do wish him the best, and which is true. I mean, I do wish him the best. I know the shit he's going through and everything. So, I mean, hey, hopefully
Shout out to Dreads.
Oh man! Other than that, other than the clown not being here, which is still strange for me, but I'm dealing
It
with
evolves.
it.
Everything evolves.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Literally. We're actually moving on to different stuff too. Like, I've been posting on here for Patreon and everything. So, you know.
Oh yeah.
So that's all. No bullshit. That's all stuff ideas brought to him, and yeah, he just didn't seem like he was that into it.
Yeah.
So,
It is what it is, man. I get it. Like, yeah, going through different iterations of like bands and stuff, I can definitely relate to what you're going through. It's definitely so many different ideas, you know. Yeah, you'd see a lot of people going solo eventually, right? So that they could just execute the vision how they want it to be done.
Yeah, pretty much. And like I said, wish him the best. I mean, he just had a birthday not too long ago.
Yeah.
He's 29 now.
Yeah. Just a young chap.
He's just a young buck. But
well, shit, not to start the show on a fucking downer, but yeah, all love to everybody involved.
It's all right. I mean, I kind of figured that question was going to come up because you were our guest when he was here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen, but I was like, well, what am I going to do? I'm just going to tell him the truth. This is what fucking happened. I don't know what else to say. But other than that, I did see you're going to be taking a break from Dawn of Masks for a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, it's so I've been doing the series since 2019. So, 4 years now of this commission series, which was awesome. I mean, it led to so many avenues, opportunities. I mean, I think it single-handedly landed me in Slipknot's camp, doing work with them, doing all the work for the first Pale Fest. So, I mean, it was awesome. But, it's, and again, you kind of hit a wall with it where, I still work my day job, and it's to the point where it's like, I don't want to charge these people an ungodly amount, but for it to make sense for me to keep doing them and not like progress, career wise, like I have to make a shift out of that, so I think it's cool to have an ending to a series as well, because that way it doesn't just drag on and it's just a thing that's always available. Then it's like, well, why is it that special? So I like when things are kind of limited. So yeah, I'm going to be moving on from that. Who knows? Maybe, a few years down the line, I come back and do a series, and then maybe it makes it even cooler, right? Because there's been a break from it. So that's the idea right now.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, I do the same shit. Eventually, like, one style I get tired of doing, so like I'll switch it up, do something different, and then when I get an idea, you go back to that. So it makes sense. It makes sense. You mean, like you say, you've been doing it for 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, and to be completely candid, there was an avenue with this project where I could have been doing this for another 5 years. I had put together this whole crazy pitch pack, working with, like I said, I was working with the Slipknot team, and we were kind of trying to get those characters like officially done. So it was brought to a bunch of board meetings, and it was kind of getting pushed through the different layers, and then it just kind of hit a wall. And sometimes projects get shelved, and you go through a million failed attempts before you land a successful project like that. So it was cool. I mean, it got real close to being a legit thing, but it didn't, right? So shifted into that commission series, and then that kind of, I feel like, ran its course. And yeah, it's time to evolve things, right? And and I always joked with people like the Dawn of the Mask style. I mean, it was like it was catered to be able to knock those commissions out fairly quickly, So the next couple pieces I'm getting ready to drop here, a couple of them are art trades with some artist buddies of mine that are going to kind of showcase this next style I'm going to be pushing for, the next chunk of pieces I do. So I'm excited to put those out.
Nice. Damn, sounds like you've been busy. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, super busy. I mean, I try, we're just living in such a crazy world where all I can do to even keep my sanity is to just work on cool projects and like make dope stuff. And yeah, I got a new art studio so that I can have my little home base and I can work on all my stuff in one location, know everything's all set up, ready to go. Yeah, I'm trying to get serious with it. I'm trying to get to the point where, and I've been saying this for I feel like 10 years now, where I can finally quit my day job. But it takes like 10 years of pursuing it to like, oh boy, like we're almost there, So yeah, man, I'm just chugging along, trying to jump onto opportunities as they come. Try and keep it organic, make sure I'm not doing. And that's the other thing with like these Dawn of the Mask commissions. It started out so fun. I mean, I did the first 13 of them like just as like a thank you to all these cool artists in this community. I was just so hyped on doing it. But 4 years after a while of doing a thing, it becomes a job, and now it's not as fun, which I'm sure you can totally relate to, right, as an artist. But yeah. So again, I think that's like the moral of the conversation is just the evolution of things. Like they have to change, they have to like, because your style is never perfect, right? You're all like, I feel like as an artist, you're always criticizing stuff, but if you can have that vision of like, I can kind of see what I want, like the brand to be, what my style to be, what to be known for, like if you could just kind of keep pushing and getting closer and closer to that, yeah, man, you're gonna be stoked on life, no matter how crazy the world is.
That makes sense too. Also, the idea that you like, I understand that because also the idea that you like envision that you want to get to, like that evolves along with it too. So
yeah,
I get it. It makes sense. It's funny. It's funny you said like as an artist. It's like I still say it. I don't consider myself an artist. I just don't. I just say fuck it. Let's see if I can do it, and just hop from there. Just do multiple things. Like right now, I have multiple fucking projects on, just sculpting, painting, fucking canvas, all kinds of. It's like, let's see if I can do it. What can I do with this? What can I do with this? And I've been told like, oh, you're a creator. Like, thank you. I would have just thought I'm just fucking around. But hey, thanks for calling me an artist. That's not the first time, but it means more now.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, I watch a lot of interviews with creatives that I look up to, and I feel like they all have a similar way of saying like the more you enjoy what you're doing, it comes across to the audience, and then it translates, and they can feel the energy, and then they're stoked on it. So that's it. I mean, I feel like you just described the perfect ideal of being an artist, right? You're just, hey, I'm just fucking around having fun doing it. Like that should be the goal, right? Oh, what's up, Ghosty Russ? Oh, and I see these comments popping up now.
I know, I keep like seeing them like go up. People joining. But
yeah, man, having fun, that's got to be the first and foremost. I mean, right, every band you listen to, they're saying, we got to enjoy this music before we put it out for anyone else, right? So every director, it's like, they've got to enjoy it. So yeah, I think that translates. And then when something turns into, like I'm sure you get the clients where it starts with a cool idea, and then they kind of throw this little curveball in it, like, oh man, like you want me to draw what now? Like you maybe try to steer them back to a cool idea, but it's like they're real adamant on it being this one way, and that can kind of be a drag. So
that's why I ended up being like really open with like people who wanted commissions. I mean, I think it might work negatively in my favor a little bit, just my own thoughts, really. But I let them know right away. It's like, well, this is the idea, this is my style, this shit. Go over everything. And it's like when they started like, well, can you do this? This is like, well, if you want more, then I don't want to, but I'm gonna have to charge more because I'm gonna put more time into this, and it's taken away from everything else I'm doing. Yeah. And so I get it. And when it starts getting a little bit more, you're like, just shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't want to say it.
No. And and you want to jump on good opportunities. Like, I've got kind of a funny story about that. As I don't know if you've seen it, but I did a piece for Chad and Shannon. Chad from Mudvayne and his wife Shannon, and their two dogs. And originally, how that conversation started was I was like pitching like, let me do like all just the band and like the new gear and like it'll be sick and like I could do it as a group shot, and that was kind of like, all right, we're gonna do that, and things evolve, and which is totally cool. It's still a great opportunity, but you gotta take them as they come, and next thing you know, you're doing the little pug or the little English bulldogs in there, but still a fun piece. But sometimes you got to go with the flow. Like you said, you got to be open-minded with some of the pieces that come your way, because an opportunity is, you got to be thankful for those when they come by.
Oh, definitely. That one came out really sick. I thought the pups, I thought they looked fucking awesome. It cracked me up when I seen that. I was just like, dude, he got the dogs too. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, super fun.
And fucking Chad Gray always looks fucking crazy whenever he does the makeup and everything. So it's like,
oh, I know. He's done so many variations now since. So it's but I always toss around these ideas of like I do a base model line work of him, and then I can just color all the different paint jobs on. Something like that would be cool. But then you start thinking like, oh, that's like a month-long project I can sign myself up for just for funsies, Yeah. You got to kind of steer yourself back on track and like, all right, I got to do the projects that, are commissioned or in order. So, yeah.
Yeah, true. Fucking shit. That's still pretty sick though. Sometimes like it'll just pop up and I'll see it and like, that's funny. And then you're right, he does have a lot of different variations, and just to do that for funsies, it's just, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
I agree completely. That is a lot.
But I mean, that's a cool idea for like if I was 16 and having full on social media, like that's a project I would tackle. It just to do it. But I've been doing 15 years now. I've been a freelance artist, so it's just it gets to a point where, am I really gonna like spend 6 months again on a project for free just to be like, hey, check me out, But so you got to pick and choose that stuff, especially, I don't know.
Yeah, since time consuming and everything, it's like I got bills to pay. It's like,
you got bills to pay, and especially
completely understand that. It's like, I mean, you do have to eat, you do have to keep your lights on. Hell, you even need to replace your fucking tools and everything. Yeah, so it makes it.
Yeah, well, and that's a great segment for tools, because I just recently partnered up with this brand, Draw or Die, and dude, so this is the logo, and it's probably the sickest logo I've seen. I mean, it's just a skull and crossbones, but it's the pencil and like the iPad pen. It's one of those. I saw it immediately, and it was like, if I was Mark Cuban on Shark Tank, I would invest all of the money into this brand, because the whole message is to like just draw every single day. So they have these little sketchbooks, draw every day. It's just to encourage, just create every day, simple message. They've got these little tiny ones for all the psychos like me that sketch with big pens and tiny little sketches. So they've hooked me up with a little sketchbook bundle and a promo code. So if you go over to their website, drawordie.co, and use my promo code MARK2023, you'll get 10% off the whole site-wide anything you order. So yeah, I mean, it's just stuff like that. I've been kind of getting into as well, like just trying to like link up with people and like partner up and try to create stuff and network and, use this social media thing for the small benefits it does have,
Take advantage of social media.
Yeah, I'm trying to, I've kind of been like a hermit on this type of stuff. And, I feel like it's to a point where I need to evolve that as well and get a little bit more interactive. So yeah, so this is great. So, I mean, I appreciate you having me on because this gets me out of my comfort zone for sure.
I completely understand that as well, because before the show, like I had Instagram. I barely posted anything because, you're your own worst critic. So it was just like, this isn't really that good. And then seeing other people's work is just like, it's not that good. I look at my own, it's like, it's not as good as this person. It's like, well. And then after the show, like, same thing. I had to just evolve with it. I'm still learning with all this shit, but I'm okay. I mean, meh. I mean, different things, but it's like, holy shit. Just understand having to evolve for that one. Having to like pry away from hiding out all the time and just start putting shit more out there.
Yeah. I mean, it's wild to think there's little kids out there doing it, like making 6-7 figures, just no big deal. So it's just like, God, how did I miss that boat?
Like shit. Like, I was born in the wrong generation.
I missed the generation's knowledge here. Yeah. So, but hopefully the skill sets will pay off in the end, the long run.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, man. And so I think I'm trying to think. The last time I was on, I'm trying to think of where everything was at, because I mean, I think that was even before Pale Fest and all that stuff happened.
I think it was.
Yeah, because I mean, since we last chat, I did that first Pale Fest, like the art direction of it. I drove out to Ohio from California, like with my gear like in the back, because I couldn't, I was not trying to ship like a pallet of all my stuff out there, so I just drove across country to like go do this festival. And it was super rad, like meeting all these artists that I've only known like their profile picture, right? And it was bizarre. Like, you should have walked up with name tags because everybody was just nobody knew who he was.
Nobody knew each other.
Yeah, it was wild, and everyone wore masks and shit. So it was even a whole nother level. But so that happened, and then the Thanksgiving show happened out there, which was kind of like the debut of that new band Swollen Teeth, and I got to do all the artwork for that, and Sid from Slipknot came out and like hosted the whole show, and so I flew out to that one, didn't have to drive, thankfully, and then came back, and I've been kind of doing like the convention circuits, finishing up more commissions. So yeah, I mean, I've been super busy, but in a good way, right? Like the good kind of busy, like, where it's you're still having fun doing all of it. Even today, like I stopped by one of my local comic shops and like, I'm friends with the owner there, and he carries like runs of my comics. So like anytime, like, I stop in and he's there, he'll ask me if I've got a new batch or something like that. So even today I dropped off a batch of my comic to my local comic shop. I'm going out to Designer Con in December, and I'm going to link up with a bunch of the people that helped me make my 223 figure. Because I had a whole team helping me figuring out like the molding and casting process of all that. Because I had no idea where to start. So you start watching YouTube videos of like, oh, I'm gonna figure out how to make a toy, right? And then next thing you know, you're just hundreds of dollars in the drain of just failed tests and just molds that arms are falling off, and it was just a mess. So I linked up with this team, and they got me all sorted out on that. So it's like now I'm starting to make my way into the figure world. I'm hoping to link up with this company, Last Bastion Studios. They just put out, I'm biased. This is just my opinion, but this is probably one of the coolest designer figures I've ever seen. This is the Kaiju Cream by the big homie Octeal. So it's essentially the Smog monster from Godzilla versus Hedorah as a banana split. And this is the glow variant. There's only 9 of these that exist, and I have number 1 of 9. So yeah, I'm getting in the game of this designer figure stuff. So a lot of the new projects I'm going to be working on will be kind of geared towards that as well, like being able to make figures of some of these projects I'm working on currently. So yeah, I'm super excited to just geek out and get into all this, all this wild stuff.
So is it only like specific Godzilla characters, or is it? Can you talk about it before I don't want to get you in trouble with anything.
Oh yeah. So it's all going to be original characters. So
oh, nice.
Yeah. If I can link up with Mondo and the homie Attack Peter, then I definitely would do some licensed Toho Godzilla anything. But I've always I don't know. I get more excited at the idea of like creating something brand new that's never been done and then putting that out. So yeah, I'm gonna hopefully be putting out some designer figures of some cool monster characters here in the future.
That's sick. That makes sense. You will get more excited because it's like it's a little piece of you. You're like, dude, look at this part of this. Look at this shit.
Yeah. And again, it goes back to the like, if you're legit excited about your project, it's gonna translate, right? So I couldn't be more stoked to make some Sofubi designer toys.
All right, when you got it, since you were giddy, did you just like, oh God?
Oh, dude. Okay. How do I say it? Okay, let's put it this way. I got in VIP tickets to get in this one line, and let's just say I was ready to like mosh any of these nerds over to like go get one of these, because there's a chance that I couldn't have even gotten one by the time I got to their booth. So yeah, I was ready to fight to the death. But when I got him, and then the guys said, oh, you can pick what number you want. Since you're the first one here, do you want number 1? And it's like, oh yeah, I'll take that. So yeah, no, dude, I was pumped. Yeah,
dude, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, if you go to my Instagram, there's a post where you can see the total cheese grin of me scoring him right after I got it. So, yeah, it was a big moment for me. And all my family and friends are just like, wait. So you drove 6 hours to LA to go get an ice cream? Well, yeah.
When you
basically
say it that way,
when you say it like that, yeah, that's what happened. But he's a pretty fucking cool ice cream. So, yeah, everyone go follow Octeel. It's OCTEEL tattoo. You won't regret.
You heard him. You won't regret it. That's still sick. The little stories. I was ready to just run into his.
Oh yeah.
I
I mean, yeah. And that's the PG version.
That shit.
Yeah.
That's fucking great. And the fact that it's a banana split too. When I seen it, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
It just threw me the fuck off.
Yeah, man. It's out there. It's out there.
That's fucking awesome. And you're gonna be working on stuff like that too. So holy shit. Congratulations. That's fucking awesome.
Thank you. Proud of that unit.
I can tell you're very proud. There's nothing wrong with it. Be proud of your work.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking shit. So, anybody watching, you heard what he said. Just go check out all that shit. Oh, and for the little sketchbook bundle, I mean, draw every day. Draw something every day. That's not a bad thing to tell somebody. Like, if you're creating, it doesn't hurt to draw every day, like one little thing or something.
Little something, just to get any little idea out, you know, like spend 10 minutes a day just to draw something. And the logo is one of the coolest logos you're ever going to see. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Little skull with the pencil and the, whatever the fuck, the iPad.
Yeah, it's my favorite hat. I wear this everywhere I go now. So, yeah, I'm all about it.
Yeah, if you don't actually look at it, like just a glance at it, it looks like just a skull and crossbones.
Yeah.
But then when you point out the little, like, no, it's a pencil, and this is oh shit, that's pretty sick.
Yeah. So when, like, you know, the little grandmas look at you sideways in the store, and they go, oh, what is that skull and cross? And then they look, and it's like, wait a minute, it's a little pencil. They can't be all that bad, you know.
What is that, a skull and crossbones? He thinks it's a pirate. And they look at it like, oh, wait, no, never mind. It's a pencil.
Yeah.
Fucking shit. Oh, I know this is off topic, but recently I started doing crude questions.
Okay.
So with this one, crude question, it deals with the apocalypse.
Okay. We're almost there.
Close. I'm betting money on it. But I've had this conversation with people where it's like, if in an apocalypse type situation,
oh man,
would you be willing to eat people? And this was a conversation I've actually had with random fucking people, and it's always like, would you turn cannibal, or would you be somebody who wouldn't do that, who like go look for more animals and whatnot? So that's my question: would you be somebody who would turn cannibal?
I feel like this soundbite is setting me up to be canceled somehow. Like they're just gonna, whatever this answer is just gonna be taken out of context some way.
Hey, or you could.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you'd have to. I'd be kind of picky and choosy about my meal, if you know what I'm saying. Can you say that? I don't think you can say that.
I would do it.
I would do it, but
I've had this conversation with people because it's like, what the fuck? Like we'll be watching like Walking Dead or like any type of horror like zombie movie. And it's like, in this type of situation, would you, like, for survival purposes, not like you're gonna start fucking eating people out of nowhere, but for survival purposes, would you do that? And
yeah, but so let me flip it on you. What if every person you come across just looks all like sickly and fucking all, you know, like gaunt and maybe scabies, rabies? I don't know.
Might end up having like a Hansel and Gretel situation. Chain them up, start feeding them, get them nice and plump.
Feeding them regular food? Yeah.
Make sure to clean them.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I mean, you know, I tried to be like the opposite of the dude who from Into the Wild, who was like, thought he was all smart on the twigs and berries and then ate the root and then died. So, I mean, it'd be cool to be a master of like, oh, I know what little fruits and veggies I can get by with, but yeah, man, that'd be a tough one. People would be gross in the apocalypse. You're not going to be coming across like fresh meat. I'm telling you that much.
Oh yeah, guaranteed. You're gonna have to be picking, like very picky. You're gonna pick and choose.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Squirrel looks
That'd be a tough
pretty
one.
good this time of year.
But I guess it's something we should all start thinking about.
No, well, I brought it up because I originally had another question lined up, but holy shit, I forgot what it was, and it wasn't related to apocalypse or anything like that. It was just last minute. It's like, well, like let's see, and it was inspired by a conversation I did have, so I was like, all right, listen.
Hey. Or just make a bunker. Yeah. Hey, that's Screaming Mike, former vocalist of Motogrator right there in the comments.
What does this say?
Check out his new band, The Alpha Complex, by the way. They've got like millions of views on fucking Spotify and TikTok and all that. Oh.
There you
go. There we go.
Yeah, I have the camera linked up to my laptop, so that way I get a better view of everything. And every time I hit the fucking cable, it just keeps doing that. Do you want to allow the whatever to fucking access? It's like, I just fucking keep it like that. Fucking shit. But yeah, that question just came up, just last minute thing.
But yeah, I was hyping up Screaming Mike and his new band, The Alpha Complex. Yeah, everyone go check them out. They got all the views, all the plays.
Yeah, you heard it. Go check it out.
Hell yeah.
You said, what was it called?
The Alpha Complex. It's like
Alpha
heavy,
Complex.
Super catchy, big choruses, chonky breakdowns on the radio. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Nice.
And go
Everybody
check
watching,
out,
go check shit out.
And go check out Swollen Teeth. It's heavy as fuck. Nasty.
Oh, if your name is Swollen Teeth, it better be nasty.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I got to see them perform before a note of music had been released. And dude, they played in a goddamn brewery, but it made it even heavier because they just didn't give a fuck. All their crew like set up everything, and they're all in like tactical gear and ski masks. And then you see this like blacked out van come rolling up with like these even gnarlier dudes in tactical gear, and then the band's with them. So they literally just rolled up, played, just melted face, and then dipped. And then we set up a signing for them at the House of Mass, AJ's place, and we didn't like know when they were gonna come or whatever. And then all of a sudden you hear this like fucking weird spooky sound, and it's their intro loop, and they've got it they're at the back door, and they've got this like weird little sound box playing their intro loop, and they just come in and like no one's talking. Dude, it was so cool. Like the mystique is there, the kayfabe is there, like the music's that, dude, so sick. You have to see him live if you get a chance to see him.
That is pretty sick. That's pretty crazy.
It's good. Yeah, it's good.
God,
what are you listening to these days? What are you listening to?
Today, well, recently I've been on I've been listening to DEVILDRIVER a lot, and it's just like whatever the fuck's been coming up. It's like I just been listening to that.
Dude, I just saw Cold Chamber a couple weeks back.
Okay.
Dude, so good. Dez is a beast.
I'm fucking. Every time you hear his vocals, you could tell. You could tell.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, holy shit! And the fact that he could also sing both ways, like just straight guttural, just holy shit. And then it sounds clean too. He could also do both. Like, goddamn.
Yeah. And he enunciates. You can hear what he's saying. You know.
really does help out,
Yeah.
especially if you're trying to like get like friends into it. Like other bands are like, what are they saying? Like, well, listen, motherfucker, and
Yeah.
him, you can actually hear what he's saying.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking shit. That's fucking sick. I didn't expect you to pull up Cold Chamber. I didn't expect that.
Fuck. Dude, yeah. All of
You trying
that.
to
Yeah, I
flash?
saw them. Yeah, them, Guar, and Mudvayne. And Mudvayne was in full, full makeup. Because I only got to see Mudvayne when they put out, was it Lost and Found? It was on the Gorillaz.
Man, that's a while ago.
Yeah, so and they were just normal. They came out in the first song. They had like ski masks, so I was like, this is kind of visual Mudvayne. I'm getting a little bit of it, but seeing them in full. I mean, my dad always used to tell me, because my dad was all into Kiss, right? But like he had the Kiss posters on his wall, but he only ever got to see them during like the Lick It Up tour when they didn't have the paint. So he was just like, fuck, he always kicked himself in the ass for it. But so finally, later on in life, he got to see him. And so I felt that with my dad when I got to see Mudvayne with the paint again. So yeah, it was real cool. I felt like a little guy again. It was rad.
That's fucking sick. That was really sick. Speaking of that, I did see, who was it? Paleface? Bishop? I forgot his... Damn, I forgot his name. He made the headpiece for the guitarist. I forgot his name too. I'm terrible with that.
Yeah. So Bishop, AJ, and Joshua Everett. I mean, Joshua Everett is, he's the man. I mean, he's the guy that, he molded my mask. He did a version of Corey's new mask that he wore in a music video. I mean, he's working on some dope shit. But yeah, so AJ is kind of like the brainchild. He came up with the whole concept for Greg, and then Bishop and Joshua like executed it and made this gnarly headpiece. And I mean, it's genius, right? Because the look, it keeps the look, and Greg doesn't have to spend fucking, however many hours it takes every night to do the Liberty spikes. So yeah, it's cool. Yeah. And then working with Josh, I wish I had it now, but Joshua, he's got a version of my 223 mask that he's doing up for me, and I haven't seen it yet. And he was going to give it to me at PaleFest this year, but I'm not, unfortunately, not going to be able to make it to PaleFest this year. And I just have so much other stuff going on with projects, and just financially it wouldn't make sense. And, with all the dope artists they have with like these crazy high-end masks, it just doesn't make sense to be kind of like the comic book dude in the corner, selling like the $20 comic book. I don't have anything really I could bring to it while I'm transitioning into all of these new pieces. So, but we're all still cool. I felt like shit telling them all, but everyone was cool about it. So I shifted all the, I was originally going to do all the artwork, and then that shifted to Trash Bag Ghost, who's the fucking man. Like, he does all Sid's like official merch. And so he created this gnarly like I guess it's like a 4-tier now poster for PaleFest this year. So everyone should go follow the PaleFest account for sure, because they're gonna have Jay Weinberg from Slipknot there this year, Sid Wilson from Slipknot. Fucking Sleazy P Martini from Guar. Swollen Teeth's gonna play. I think Sid's even gonna DJ one of the nights. So yeah, if you're in Ohio, through I think it's October 13th through the 15th, you'd be a fool not to go to at least one of those days, So that's kind of what's going on in the scene right now.
So if you're in Ohio during that time, you are a lucky son of a bitch.
Yeah, because they're going to be in full gear taking photos for free with all the fans. Jay's like, no, I'm not charging for autographs. Like, yeah, and he's going to be in his full Slipknot gear. So, come on.
That's sick.
Yeah,
That's fucking sick.
we're rolling in a cool circle of artists that are doing indie stuff at a high level, where it's like you put any of the artists in this circle up with any of the professionals out there working on movies and whatever the fuck, they can all hang. So it's only a matter of time before every indie artist that has a booth at Pale Fest is working on feature films. Like it's absurd how talented they all are. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I was sitting there last year, like just thinking, like, we can make a fucking horror movie right here. Like, there's 20 gnarly art. Like, dude, like, am I crazy? So I'm, I've been tossing that idea around. Like, I'm gonna bug these guys enough to where I'll get you guys all together. We're gonna make a horror movie, and it's gonna be sick. I mean, Terrifier was a Kickstarter project, with very little funding. So, and look what that turned into. Now it's at Walmart.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So
that
I mean,
that in itself, like, holy shit. Just
yeah.
a Kickstarter product.
Oop, you're kind of chopping up here. Say it one more time.
You give me ideas.
Oh.
you're giving me ideas.
Oh, it's
Is
good
it
now.
chopping up, really?
Now.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Man,
give me
I
ideas.
find myself being the idea guy most times. So it's like
it happened.
and I a cool example of it actually is this new comic I put out with my buddy, my writing partner, Colby Diaz. You can follow him at Shin Kobarama. He's tagged in a bunch of my stuff. But while I was doing all the art for issue 2 of Sin, he just has all this time to like write new stories. So he came up with this, it was like a test project where you take open domain characters, right? Like fucking Zorro, Van Helsing, all these characters that are open domain, and he kind of like Frankenstein them all together into this character called Headless Horseman Frankenstein. And I was going to do all the art for it, but I didn't have the time with the other comic projects. So what I ended up doing is like being the idea guy and like designing the characters and the settings, doing a cover for it. And then we found another artist to do the interior works. And then I did all the post-production, like the lettering and the layouts and all that shit you don't want to deal with that to send it to print, right? And and dude, I gotta say, like, I mean, it's almost bad to say it. I almost got more fulfillment out of doing something like that than like a Sin issue, because I'm just pouring so much of myself into it, and I feel like I'm kind of like, I look at all the critiques, right? You just, like you said earlier, you're your own worst critic, and I just pick apart everything. But when it was just like an idea, and then I kind of execute it with other artists, it becomes like, oh, here's a surprise. You didn't even know what it was going to be, but it's some areas it's cooler than you even expected. So yeah, we put that book out and did like a couple conventions of it and got it in a couple of our local shops. And then we got some interest from Massive Publishing. So right now we're in talks with them to put the book out through Massive, which is an offshoot of Heavy Metal Magazine. And like, I mean, the biggest artist right now in the Batman world, basically, besides Greg Capullo, is Sean Gordon Murphy, and he's putting out his indie books through Massive. And they've got Kevin Smith endorsing him, so it's a really cool company. So we're figuring out like some sort of 2024 release where it can continue on and be this like spooky little offshoot series through them, which starts opening doors to these other projects where it's like, oh boy, like I really can be, kind of an idea man and design a lot of projects that can be moving at once, while I have a couple of these main projects that I'm doing all of the hand illustrations to it. So yeah, I'm figuring out a system where I can kind of start turning out cool indie projects You know, and then I'll have a little umbrella to put them all under. I recently made a post for this new logo for MWN Studios. Because it's time, like I need an official home base to be able to filter all this through, right? Instead of it's just being like, well, yeah, look me up, it's my name, like I need to have an official, especially when it comes to, the taxes and all of that stuff. Like, yeah, it needs to evolve and get to that next step, right? Where if we start getting employees under this brand, like it's all done the right way. So, yeah, man, I'm super excited where things are going. For sure.
Damn, you do have a lot on your fucking shit.
Hell yeah.
That is a lot. That is important to be the idea man. That is very important to be the idea. We have our own idea man for Dead and Laughing. But we always give him a shout out. Bruce 13, and also my brother also does like give ideas also. Right now, my brother's taking a step back. He's got to figure his own shit out. But we have Bruce, and he's the one who named the show.
Nice.
And like he pitches like different ideas. We go back and forth on different shit. So definitely, and he also same thing like you. He has his own little projects. He goes to little pop-ups. He vends his own artwork and everything. So pretty much the same thing. You definitely see how that is actually very important to have a part of the group.
Yeah, I mean, you see it. So, I mean, I don't know if you've ever been in bands and stuff. Like, Mike's in here. He knows what I'm talking about. Like, there's usually one or two dudes that are the idea guys, right? And then there's the other guys that are there to execute. And, so it's just, and the longer you do stuff, the more you start kind of seeing like, oh yeah, I've got a vision for how this could be done, as you get more and more isolated. I've always been the guy where it's like, I'm going to be able to figure out how to record and do all of our own, like demos and mixes and stuff. Like, oh shit, I got to learn how to like set stuff up for printing, because you just don't, nobody, you don't just get an assistant, that knows how to do all that shit. So it pays to put in the time to like learn all the boring stuff, right? Like, because man, that makes the workflow so much easier. I mean, God, you scroll your feed and you see so many of those little reels that are just like, it's 10% your skill and 90% how you market it, right? And it's kind of true, right? I mean, how many artists do you see just blasted everywhere? You might not think it the most technically skilled artist, but man, they're getting every chop thrown at them, right? It's that other 90% for sure. So yeah, man, it's just stuff you got to figure out along the way. It's wild.
I definitely need to figure that shit out.
Man, it's a shit show.
I believe it. I just trying to do it on here, trying to do my own little things and everything. Even before the whole thing with Dreads leaving, we had like an idea, like do our own little commercials, basically. And it's like, maybe we could try to do this and like advertise that shit, or like pin it to Instagram, whatever the fuck. And just, like you said, that 90%, trying to figure out and like marketing, how to push this out, how to get it. More people to fucking see it. It's like, oh fuck, it's a pain in the ass. But as you said, also you gotta learn that shit. It doesn't just you don't get an assistant who knows all that shit. You have to put in the effort and work through it.
Yeah, I mean, Grant, we've got YouTube. There's a million videos you can go check out and like try to get at least a starting point, right? For it might not all like work for you, but you can at least get somewhere. But yeah, man, like, I mean, honestly, like a big turning point, I mean, kind of a side story, but it pertains to like what instilled that switch to the business promotion mode was, I think it was 2014. I went to this seminar because I had just finished doing like the touring band thing. And I kind of gave myself a cutoff by this certain age. Like if if I'm still like couch surfing, like I gotta maybe start looking at like a grown up job, right? So I went to this. I was gonna make the switch before I got like a full on 9 to 5. I was gonna try to do the freelance thing. So I went to this seminar in LA, and it had like every artist in the industry that's like working on, I mean, the Avengers concept artists, the fucking Transformers concept artists, like Avatar, like all of those like high end, like those, the Gucci of designers are like all in this building, and they all have like, I don't know, 15 to 20 minutes. It's like a festival. They got their 15 to 20 minute set to go up and tell their like condensed little story arc of themselves becoming an artist, to like hype you up and tell you that like you can do this too, and this was my story, right? So dude, I sat there for probably 4 or 5 hours like listening to all this, and oh dude, I came out of there like, I mean, that was the switch. That was for sure the switch. I talked to Dan Levisi and Ash Thorpe, and those two for sure like lit the fire that, oh dude, you, yeah, absolutely could do this. Yeah, so I made the switch from there, and then made the long journey, right? Like the 10 plus years of commissions, and like figuring out your style, and like failing and having projects be shelved, but like not letting it totally cripple you, and like keep moving forward, because again, it's just it's all the failed attempts that lead you to finally one of them pays off, and then you get your breakthrough, and then you kind of, now you're just on a new playing field of new challenges, right? Because like sometimes people will tell you like, well, it's easy for you to say, like, it's easy for, I mean, look, yeah, you could do, like, you're good at what you do, and like, whoa, like, that's because you dedicated your whole life to it, and then you get to a certain point where it's like, all right, I'm just starting to like be able to charge like a couple $100 for commissions, right? And then it's like, okay, you're now there. Now that's the whole new challenge of, okay, how do you get from that to now be able to charge, in the thousands of what, tens of thousands of what industry artists are getting paid for pieces, right? Like, how do you just climb the ladder? And, there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of, you got to just keep, what do they say? Fake it till you make it, right? Like a lot of that goes into it, and you got to kind of believe it, right? I mean, there's an element of that. You kind of got to just put yourself in situations where, oh shit, I'm now in the room with so-and-so art director. Like, I better not look like a fucking clown, like you just got to be prepared to be in a situation like that. So yeah, man, it's tough, but if you could be honest with yourself, and like you had mentioned earlier, like it's kind of discouraging when you follow all of your favorite artists online and you see all their shit, and you're just like, oh my god, like why do I even try? But even then, I mean, they are always saying like you're constantly learning. Like you never hit a plateau. You got to keep climbing. So even it's just, even that they're still trying to improve, and if you just stay where you're at, they're just blasting off to the moon. So yeah, that's where it comes right back to this: draw every day, like do your thing every day, do something, do whatever your thing is, at least a little bit every day. It chips away at it. Yes,
that's a hell of a way
that's
to
how
go all the
diamonds
way
are made.
to the little sketchbooks. That was perfect.
Yeah, man. Mike knows what I'm talking about. He's in the comments here. Under pressure, that's how diamonds are made. Exactly. This dude, I mean, if I can for a second, Screaming Mike here has been, I mean, I don't know a more like determined individual in my life. I mean, this dude's been at this game for, I mean, longer than I've known him, and we've known each other now for, Jesus, almost 15, going on 20 years. But damn. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he works best against the wall. Yeah, man. it's wild out here, and like the more access everyone has, like the more saturated all these markets are, right? It's just like you gotta really just stand apart and try to be like a little unique, right? Man, that's why it's cool. Like I love like what you do. Like it definitely is. It's unique. It's you, right? You're doing what's natural to you, and I feel like that stands apart. Like, yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, yeah. There
Thank
needs
you.
to be more like you for sure.
For a second, I thought there was a brand new comment with the way you looked at it. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So what's we going on? Oh, we got Shapeshifter is in here. What up? Tell
We got a
Max.
lot of people like
Hey.
popping in and out.
Oh yeah. But yeah, man, you so I don't know, you got any other topics, any other these muffed up questions you got?
Fucked up questions. Not right now. No.
That's
Give me time. Give me time.
probably good. I probably shouldn't ask for it.
No, there's a reason why I was given the name Crude. I'm not even kidding. That was somebody told me that, like you're a real crude motherfucker, aren't you? At the time, I was fucking around with graffiti. My brother was a heavy influence on that. I've spoken about that on here, and I couldn't figure out a name for myself. I was like, I don't know what the fuck should I do, and just stupid little names here and there, and then finally, just somebody called me that. It made my brother looked at each other like, holy shit, that could be your fucking name. And then it went, yeah.
When you know, you know.
Yeah. We knew. Because, like, right when he said it, it's like, huh.
Yeah.
He does have a point. I forgot what the fuck the conversation was. He was talking shit, like all friends do. We were just talking shit to each other. And then I told him something really fucked up. Not incredibly fucked up, but pretty fucked up. He told me something. It was meant to be offensive, and I told him, "Do you fuck your grandma with that mouth?" And he was like, "You know, you're a crude little motherfucker. You know that?" And then that was it. It was like, oh, huh.
Cute.
Never thought about it.
That's a good.
Slowly that became this.
Good backstory. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's how I got the name.
Hell yeah.
Oh, fucking shit.
Yeah, man. I was too late to the game of getting a cool nickname. That's I was. Once I started, like all the art started popping up just under my name, I was bummed a little bit. Right. All my buddies have cool little screen names and stuff, and yeah, it just, you know. But then, you know, a lot of my favorite artists are just, they go by their name. Todd McFarlane, Mike Mignola, right? All their companies are just their names. But yeah, when all your buddies have cool screen names, you start thinking, man, I should have had something clever, right? Before I jumped on here, but oh well.
You're just like, oh man, I wanted a really good name.
Yeah.
Well,
it's all good.
It's you can't beat your own name. If anybody looks, there you are. Anybody looks it up, there
it is. There it is.
I was gonna say that having these glasses on is kind of a bitch. And it's good, but it's kind of a bitch. Like it looks neat, but fuck, man, trying to read comments with these blackened fucking things on is just like, what the fuck does that say?
Yeah, and you're in pure darkness, right? Like it looks like you're in a crypt.
It feels like it at times. No, because like the whole photophobic shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes the light just gives me a fucking headache, just all right here. Like my eyes will start to hurt, then this will start to hurt, and
yeah. I mean, do you ever mess with the blue light glasses? I've got.
I've thought about it. I
have to wear these like when I'm working those long hours on, because the different screens I'll have. You know, my day job, that's like 2 screens here. My iPad, I'm drawing on screen here. Here's the cell phone over here, you know. So it's like I'm just frying my eyeballs out of my head. So yeah, I get these blue light glasses to try to, supposed to, some sort of pseudo science that protects your eyes from it, I guess. I don't know.
How through magic it helps save your eyeballs.
Magic, yeah.
Whatever magical powers go into that shit, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I might be a little smart, but I'm not that smart.
But
I don't know why I said that.
So, and just to circle back, because the next project I do have dropping here in the next couple of days is a piece for my buddy Joshua Everett we were talking about, who did the Mudvayne headpiece, the Corey Taylor man, all that. He has a custom he makes a ton of masks for like haunts and things like that. But one of them that he's kind of gravitated towards specifically is his variation of the Tin Man.
Which one?
Wizard of Oz. The Tin Man.
The Tin Man. Oh,
from
shit.
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
So, I'm doing a piece inspired by. It's funny when you word it. It sounds like the Dawn of the Mask series. It's like it's inspired by his mask, making a character of it, but it's. I guess it would be the Dawn of the Mask on steroids, because it's like a full-on like. We're not doing like chibi proportions anymore. Like it's full proportion, like giant poster print size piece that kind of tells a whole story of this mask in this piece. So, and it's going to be there. I've got a couple more lined up like that. My buddy Sam Hain, who is a killer artist out of Europe. I think he's in the UK. And we were talking about Terrifier earlier. If you go to, whatever your local Walmart, Target, and you see the Terrifier with the painted cover, that's Sam Hain. That dude's no joke. He does all the like gutter garbs T-shirts for all the horror movies and stuff. So I have a piece that's going to be similar to this Tin Man one, based off of Sam Hain's. He's got like a mask as his emblem and brand, and all of his identity is this like Sam Hain Grim Reaper mask. So we've got a character of that's going to drop as well. Hopefully by the end of this month. Maybe some will save it for October to be in the Halloween season. But so within the next couple of weeks here, you'll see the shift into the new stuff I'm doing. So yeah, it's right around the corner. I know that this has been like a rescheduled thing. A couple times we were going to do this show, but we rescheduled it for today. But yeah, I'm literally like a few days away from dropping kind of like the next evolution of stuff. So yeah, I'm excited to put that out there and yeah, see where things go from there.
Nice. That sounds fucking crazy. The same person who did the Terrifier. Holy shit.
Oh, dude, yeah.
He's got to be looking forward. I'm going to be looking for that shit.
He's done everything from Jaws to Halloween to Friday the 13th. Hellraiser, he's done it all. Yeah, if you're not following him, his Instagram is Sam Hain 1992. So it's SAMHAIN 1992. And yeah, his work's incredible. Anybody I've mentioned here tonight, top tier, top shelf.
You heard it. Everybody watching, you fucking heard it. So you gotta go check out everything he was saying. Go check it out. And don't forget about those little sketchbooks.
Yeah.
Dude, those little things will come in handy.
Dude, use my promo code MARK2023 at drawordie.co. You get 10% off. Get your sketchbooks on. Get your little sketchbooks on. And they've got a Promptober coming up for so you can draw along to all their prompts. So they have a daily prompt system for October. I don't know if you ever heard of Inktober. It started years back. But the problem is with Inktober is artists that started trying to collect those into books and putting that on Amazon all got cease and desist from the dude that started it because he didn't want them to use Inktober in the title. So it's just it's like, well, what the fuck? You encourage all these people to draw every day for a month, and then they all have like content to make, and you don't want them to use your title. You know, whatever. You probably can't say that, but so everybody kind of started making their own little prompts over the last few years, because it's like, well, what's the point if I can't even release the shit? So yeah, so he's got his system, Promptober, and God, he probably would hate that I'm selling it like this, but you know, I'll tell you how it is. But yeah, so you go pick up just a little sketchbook, and then they give you every day is a new prompt. So one prompt will be like, you know, the witch's head in the cauldron, and whatever that means to you. You draw it up, post it, use the hashtag, and then you kind of find this little community of other artists that are, you know, like-minded and into the same shit. So it's cool.
That's pretty sick. We actually, oh damn, we're past. It's already been over an hour.
Hey, we did it.
Lost it. Fucking shit. Well, that's the end of it, mostly. Other than that, everybody, since this is going to be on YouTube, everybody watching, everything he just said for everybody that he just pretty much shouted out. So go check out all their work. Like Sam Hain. Hain, right?
I spent my own interview shouting out every other artist that I know. So, yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. Shout out your friends.
Oh yeah, shout out your friends.
Show them support
dude.
too. There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
perfectly fine. I actually wanted to say too that like the whole House of Masks. I wouldn't mind going to visit, because holy shit, just everything that he has there looks fucking sick. Not gonna lie, it looks fucking sick.
He doesn't just do the visits, and that's what's kind of like wild. You know, when you get these opportunities like PaleFest, that's like the only time he opens it for like a museum viewing. So again, if you're in Ohio, want to go see the world's largest Slipknot mask collection and meet two of the members, go to PaleFest.
You want to go see the world's largest Slipknot mask collection and preemptively, you know, just ejaculate in your pants as you walk in from the excitement, go right the fuck ahead.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Just keep your, don't make a mess. Keep it clean. But other than that, everybody in Ohio, go to that shit for PaleFest. I mean, fuck, you just said there was going to be a lot of people going up there. A lot of talented motherfuckers. Including I feel like I'm advertising for this shit now. including Jay Weinberg, fucking, and Sid, you said Sid Wilson,
yep.
Sleepy P. Martini from Gwar.
Gwar.
Holy shit. And Bishop, Paleface. We actually tried to have him on the show, and the connection was so fucked up. But go see, they're all extremely talented motherfuckers. Yeah. Go check out the little museum too. That's fucking sick. Everything he's doing, go check it out. That little, that fucking banana split is fucking hilarious. It's great. That one, that's fucking great. So go check out all of his work. Keep your eyes open for everything he's going to be doing. Since this is going to be on YouTube, all of his links will be in the description. You got any comments? Go ahead and put it in the fucking, just go ahead and put it there. You want one of those? The link is going to be in the description. All of that. His promo code and everything. And you know what? That's a good one. Draw every day.
Yeah.
Do something every day. Create something new every day.
Hell yeah.
Wrong with that. Other than that, anything else you want to say?
Yeah, I mean, you can follow me. My name's Mark Nosler, MarkNosler. My production company is MWN Studios. It's my initials. I've got a Dawn of the Mask page where all of that stuff can live on it can exist somewhere on its own little island. So it's got its own page, Dawn of the Mask. My website's getting worked on right now where it'll have all of it as well. So if you want somewhere where I want to go check out all those old Dawn of the Mask pieces, I'll have a section on my website coming up here. And yeah, next couple of weeks I'll be dropping some new pieces that are collabs with Joshua Everett and Jordan Patton from Dead Neck Studios. So keep an eye out for that.
That's fucking sick.
Dude, thanks for having me.
Congrats on everything going on for you. Congrats. Bravo,
Thank you, buddy. It's good chatting with you again.
It's good talking to you too. So yeah, have a good night,
All right, man. You too.
everybody watching. Have a good night. Hopefully it's not as messy, and hopefully you enjoyed the cannibal question.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, buddy. You have a good night.
All right, you too, man. Bye.